When was the last time you were relieved getting a pit lane penalty?
Well, when you got the mirrors full of these blokes, you probably gave a bit of a sigh of relief to get out of the way. But obviously Stokel here now, he's going to have a look down the inside.
Big move. Can he stop it? Job done.
A few laps later, the Uber Star car had its mirrors full.
There is the face, the eyes looking in the mirror. This is why they called him the baby-faced assassin with that famous open-face helmet. He's got some pressure. He's won 3 races in Mini Challenge, Glenn Seaton. But Chris Alajarjan has made a habit of winning this year and takes the spot.
Young Sean Carter was next in his sights.
So now Alajarjan's moved past Glenn. You can see Stokely having a look now. Sean Carter's the next one on the list. You'll see if he can gather a bit of momentum through this fast section, and he might be able to get an inside run down into turn 7.
You've had a lot to do with this young Victorian over the last 12 months or so. What is it? Oh, hang on a minute, that wasn't on the list.
Yeah, you can just see that building, and Sean's been smart enough to see it coming. So, look, Sean's doing a great job. A young guy, his first full season, and here he is mixing with these Australian champions, touring car champions, Gold Star winners, and he's putting pressure back now on Alajarjan. But he's got Seaton behind him as well, so there's plenty of action going on here in the mini race.
Great stuff here from the Mini Challenge in Townsville. Such a great track for racing. They really created its own identity as something of a bull ring in just 2 years of this event, and the Minis are proving it.
Carter was having a tough time keeping the more experienced drivers at bay.
Glenn Seaton zeroing in the Pizza Capers Mini. Remember, in this race, he's running with no success ballast, and that's helping.
The little bit of weight really affects the car under braking, and it affects it on exit of the corner. So obviously when you don't have that, you can really get a bit of a run, and that's why Berwick Linton out in front is actually doing a great job. With Seaton now, he's just got through Sean, and Stokel's having a look as well.
Big move, turn 11, gets it done. So Paul Stokel, the reigning champ, continues to pick his way through the order.
While everyone else was jockeying for position, Gold Coast Mini dealer Berwick Linton, in his first appearance in the series this year, drove off into the distance to take his first ever Mini Challenge win.
I'm not sure if Berwick Linton can be legally categorised here. He sells these cars for a living. He's got an inside advantage, surely.
He's been doing a lot of test driving during the week, but what a great result for Berwick Linton to win a race.
Linton lights ablaze. Race 2 will go to the Queenslander. A great drive, but look behind. Alajarjan carves his way from 7th on the grid to finish in 2nd spot and extend the lead in the championship. Glenn Seaton home in 3rd, clear of Paul Stokel. Sean Carter managed to hang on for 5th from Peter McNiven. Pappas and Cook rounded out the top 10.
Berwick, what an effort. Chris Alajarjan, he's been dominating the series so far this year. Were you at any point wondering when he was going to steam past?
Yeah, I was watching the mirrors to see who was behind me, and I was waiting for the quick guys to get through and see whether they were going to catch me. And I worked out after a couple of laps he wasn't making ground on me once he'd got past, I think, Sean. So I was quite happy, but, you know, nervous as well, pushing on, just making sure that gap was staying.
After his season debut win in the last race, it was the Gold Coast Mini dealer, Berwick Linton, who lined up next to the series leader on the front row of the grid.
Last race of the weekend in Townsville. The grid for this one determined by the points from the first 2 races. So Alajarjan and Linton will head us off. Peter McNiven, though, has made a great jump.
He's made 3 great jumps this weekend, so he's certainly put himself in a position up the inside. Glenn Seaton, Sean Carter, side by side through the kink, but it's Berwick Linton has managed to hold on to 2nd, and Stokel goes around the outside. So
oh, look out, touch in the background.
Sean Carter
went sideways with front-wheel drive minis. The way to get out of that is not quite, it feels different and weird, but you just nail the throttle.
Hold it flat, mate. You'll get out of there. So Gavin Yault having a look up the inside of Sean Carter. So there's plenty of action through the pack, and a good battle going on.
Running in through towards Reed Park. Great view from the back of Carter's Mini. You can hear the Dunlop control tyre scrabbling for grip.
You can see in that shot there, Glenn Seaton had the rear of that Mini sliding. So these guys are pushing hard on cold tyres, and Alajarjan certainly made the best of that first lap, hasn't he? He's really pulled out a bit of a gap, but you can see there Glenn has got a better run on McNiven on the exit. Here we go.
This is on, turn 11.
Oh, there's plenty of room in that. Come on.
Well, with a Mini, you'd want to be able to fit it in a gap.
Glenn down the inside. Can Shortcut Carter get part of that action as well? They're side by side now. Up into the last corner. So McNiven's going to be on the right side.
Oh, he's just trying to squeeze across, take some rope, but McNiven will hang on, and it'll be another case of over and under.
Further down the order, trouble was brewing.
Brendan Cook under massive pressure here from Dan Pappas, who's making his first start in Mini Challenge after running Carrera Cup, Formula 3 and the like. It's been a tough weekend for the Queenslander. And this is the car, actually, that John Modesta had that huge crash in last year. Yeah,
they've rebuilt that car. He's got back out on the circuit, so it's good to see these guys. They're pushing pretty hard, aren't they? So Cook back in front as they come around through the fast section. And,
Chris Wood loads Pappas into the fence, head on. Ouch.
Oh, no, that's obviously a major accident. I hope he's okay, but a slight contact in the rear, that's all it takes. Upset the rear of the car, and it turned hard right. Look at that.
No surprise, safety car's been called on the Hertz replay. You can see just tagged from behind. Dang. Heavy, heavy impact. This car and Townsville just haven't got together in the last 2 years.
See, he's just run a little bit wide there, and obviously in that battle, so Wilton's up the inside. That's all it takes.
The good news is that Pappas is okay. The car, it isn't.
Well, 2 years, 2 flat noses, so not good.
When the race resumed, there was just 4 laps to go.
It's a sprint to the checkered flag, the last race of the weekend, and Alajajan racing for the race win and also for the round win. But look at Stokel.
He's going down the inside. Oh.
Luckily this year, that wall on the inside's been moved back, so it's created some room, and he's taken advantage.
Absolutely. You can see there, he just went, there's a gap, I'm taking it. So over 200 k's an hour, side by side into the King. Barry Linton had to slip back one.
Over the last few laps, Seaton was doing all he could to snatch 3rd place from Linton.
So Glenn on the inside, on the outside, he's putting pressure all over Linton, but Linton's had his first race win, so he's quite excited. He knows what he can do.
The run home for Chris Alajajan, turn 11. He has had his nose in front all weekend. He's been building this margin at the halfway point of the Hertz Mini Challenge for 2010. Stokel second, Linton, Seaton, McNiven, they've all been involved over the course of the 3 races, but Alajajan's just too fast, even with 50 kilograms of success ballast. So he's got a heavy car, but he's got a heavy right foot as well. Alajajan lights ablaze. Race 3 is his, as is round 4.
He's been very strong this year, hasn't he? But Stokel's in there as well. Barry Linton, what a great result on the podium for the weekend.
A tightly bunched mini pack, but again, Alajajan is too fast. It's his 3rd round win from the 4 held this season. And look at the gaps. 11 seconds cover the top 10 cars.
Yeah, what a great result. Mini Challenge is backfiring hard at Townsville.
And in terms of the round, Alajajan takes it from Stokel, and Linton Glenn Seaton narrowly misses a spot on the podium.
Paul, congratulations. 2nd for the round. Sum it up.
Yeah, look, the car was fantastic all weekend. You know, all through practice and qualifying, we were quickest. And, you know, first race, 50 kilos on board, I was holding the lead. And then, I don't know, I just took a bit too much curb at a corner, blasted the thing into the air and lost 2 spots. And that was sort of set the tone for the rest of the weekend. And we were playing catch-up from there on in. So, and the end result was okay, you know, 2nd. But at the end of the day, I need to be finishing in front of Chris. So it's making my life a bit more difficult going into the last 3 rounds.
And having a look at the championship points, it's Alajajan who's extended that margin from Stokel, McNiven 3rd from Carter, and the Kiwi Gavin Yord is 5th. But it's Alajajan who's the man.
Chris Alajajan, we're 4 rounds into the championship. You've won 3 and 8 races along the way. Have you got this championship sealed yet?
Hell no, can I say. Only reason being is we made a silly mistake in QR, which set us to the back of the grid, and we lost 30 points for that reason. And, you know, that's the lead. We have 30 points, so 1 DNF means that we're back behind Paul if he keeps it clean. You know, hopefully a few more wins in the bag and pack it up.
Well, that's the first 4 rounds of the Hertz Mini Challenge delivered by Pizza Capers, run and won. But we've got a big last half of the season still yet to come. The next time the Minis are on track, it's at the LNH 500 at Phillip Island in September.